Hi everyone, Jeanette here with Evil Vintage Designs. Before we get to today's video, I want to remind you that all the products used in this video will be linked in the description box below, along with the links for each product used. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, and if you enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel and I appreciate it very much. Alright, so how many of you have a ton of paintings that you didn't like and they're just laying around and you don't know what to do with them? They're just collecting dust and the stack is getting taller and taller. I have that issue all the time. So I found a creative way to use these paintings and make something pretty. So I've been making Valentine's Day cards. I like to give these to my neighbors with a little bag of candy, or my friends. I make them for my children and my fiance as well. So I've been making a few of them, and the ones I'm going to show you how to make today are these here with the alcohol ink painting hearts. Now this one that I made is really cute. It has a bookmark inside, and I attached a little tassel. This one will be for my daughter who loves to read. So I drew a branch, a couple of hearts, I love you, a couple little butterflies, and then inside I still have enough room to write my message, and she gets a bookmark. Alright, so now let's get to these. First thing I did was let me tell you, I'm using watercolor paper, and I like this paper. It was very inexpensive. I think I got like 50 sheets for about $10, and it's really nice and thick, and I love using this to make cards. It's not good for watercolor. It's not good quality paper for that, but I love it for making these cards. So in this card, I used a little metallic watercolor paint to draw these lines. And in this one, I just used alcohol ink markers to create some borders. And I'll show you how to start. So the first thing I did was I cut out a heart out of paper, just some scrap paper, and I made sure that it fit properly on my card. Now on these cards, I only did one heart underneath the alcohol ink painting, but for this one, I'm going to do two of them. So I took my heart, I cut out my painting that size, then I traced this heart and I cut it out a little bit larger. Then I took this heart and I traced it, and I cut the next one out a little bit larger than that. On this one I used this palette of watercolor metallic paints, which I love. Very inexpensive, but the effect that you get from it is really pretty. And now what I'm going to do is I'll take this heart, lay this one on top of it, and the wonderful thing about this is that you only need a glue gun to adhere these. I was concerned that the glue gun would be too hot for the photo paper that I used, but I put a couple of drops on it. I let it dry for just a couple of seconds so that it was cool enough that I could stick it to the watercolor paper, and it works great on the watercolor paper. But if you don't have watercolor paper, you can use whatever you have. Also, you can buy the already made cards from Amazon. I'll be sure to add a link down at the bottom in the description box so that you can check that out. And then you just glue it to your card. And on this one, I think my border is a little plain. I'd like to bring in some of this black from here. And on this heart, all I did was I took the alcohol ink markers and I did the outline of the heart, and then I took a black marker again to bring in the black from this heart of my painting, and I just ran it across the edge for another border. You know, I love my borders. All right, let me find my, oh, here it is. This is a 0.20 marker, or a 005 micron pen rather, and I'm just going to run it down my border just to add a little extra detail. I'm not trying to stay within lines or anything. Very simple. And I think I'll add one more. This is a fun project to do with your children so they can make cards for their siblings or classmates. I'm not sure if they do that anymore in school, or even their grandparents. And I think they'll enjoy it. Okay, so now, like I said, you'll hot glue everything together. And then glue it right on top. Easy, pretty, quick, and it helps you to recycle those unwanted alcohol ink paintings that chances are you'll never do anything with. Do something with them. Make something pretty. Let me bring you closer so you can see this. Isn't that cute? All right, well, that was my quick tip for today. I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Bye.